What kind of cancer is it? What's the name of the cancer?
Some rare kind of cancer.
What's it called?
Schwannoma. I knew this.
Schwannoma?
Schwannoma.
It's schwannoma? What's schwannoma?
That means tumor, basically.
Your chances. So. What are your odds?
I don't know. I mean, I looked it up and it said 50-50, but that's like the internet, so
it's not that bad.
Hi, I'm Peter Travers, and this is Popcorn, where we tell you what's happening at the movies. And you just saw a scene from 50-50 in which Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a guy who gets cancer, and Seth Rogen plays a friend of his who tries to find the humor in that. What? I know. What is that? Anyway, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Seth Rogen are with us today. Here
Hello,
you are.
Peter. Hello.
There we are. So, what?
What?
What's that about? Tell us. Where does it come from?
It comes from real life, as most good ideas tend to come from. I find my friend Will, who I'd been friends with for a while, who wrote the movie 6 years ago. He was told he had a giant tumor in his spine, and you know, I think when you're a movie fan, you kind of use movies as a reference for life in a lot of ways, and we realized there was no movie we could reference that felt like what we were going through, because movies about cancer are usually about much older people, and they always die at the end. So when he got better, we encouraged him to write a movie about it, because we thought, I mean, we were writing, it wasn't made yet, but we'd written Superbad at that time, and we thought, like, if we can write a movie that people seem to like about not getting laid, then you could probably write a movie that people seem to like about surviving cancer, which is a much more extraordinary situation, and also, but equally as relatable in a lot of ways, I think.
Well, yeah, it is, and it would be the kind of thing when you say cancer, because wasn't it once called, last time I talked to you, Joe, wasn't it called I'm with Cancer?
right.
Yeah. And I just love the word cancer in titles, money people, don't
exactly,
they?
Yeah, they pray for it. Moneyball was actually called Cancer Ball.
They said none of this, none of this.
Yeah, it's hard to come up with a title for a comedy about
I like the
a
title
guy with
50-50
cancer.
better.
Yeah, I think 50-50 is much better, honestly, because I'm with Cancer is like very repellent, potentially.
No, but also because the movie's not just about cancer.
Yeah, it's true.
It's really more a movie about a guy and the different relationships he has, his friends, his mom, his girlfriend, and cancer is the ordeal that he's going through. But I've talked to people because now people have started to see the movie, and it's not just people that that say, well, I know someone who had cancer, or my mom had. There are people who went through it like that, but there's a lot of people that have been talking to me that just say, I get it, and I don't know anybody that has cancer or anything like that. It's just, I get what it's like to go through something hard and have to try to keep a sense of humor when you're going through it.
I think you're making a big mistake.
What?
Don't do this.
What are you talking
Please
about?
don't do this.
You said you liked this
You're gonna
idea.
look stupid,
You said you would do it.
You're gonna look weird.
Come on, let's just do it. Wait a minute. What do you use this for?
You know, my body.
So you're coming into this movie, another actor was already starting it,
Yeah.
right? James McAvoy. So you come in, and on your first day, you do the head shaving scene?
That's the best way to do it.
We threw him
Jump
in.
right in, yeah.
And it had to be done right, because I can't think that you could do too many takes.
No, you can only do one take.
Take.
You can't fake it. You can't shave your head twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, but that's the best way. You can't pussyfoot around when you're making a movie. It's not like, it's not like a play where every night is a new performance beginning to end. Like, even what you shoot on the first day, that's gonna be in the movie. So you have to go full out all the time.
It's true. I don't like it when they like save important scenes till the end. Like, I'd rather jump right into it.
You have to go into it.
Yeah.
Adam, just tell her.
Tell me what? I have cancer. I'm moving in.
What were your fears that this movie could be? I mean, you have a movie that's about cancer that's also funny, that's also very touching. And getting that combination right without it becoming a Lifetime movie or something that is just good for you, that's virtuous. It's the best compliment I could pay it, that I didn't feel like a better man when I saw this movie. But I felt like I understood something that I didn't understand.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, the comedy, my fear as the producer was the serious stuff more than anything. I was pretty sure we'd be able to handle doing comedy about a touchy subject. I was afraid people would call bull on us anytime we tried to remove the comedy from the situation and just tried to let it be real without feeling a need to add jokes that wouldn't organically be occurring. Those were the scenes that I got nervous about because we had never done anything like that, really.
Yeah, and the most important thing I think was just to try to stay honest. I never thought of it so much as, well, it's a comedy or it's a drama. I was like, it's Will's story. We can tell this honestly and genuinely. And some of the situations are genuinely funny. Yeah. So the comedy will come, and some of the situations are genuinely, you know, pull on the heartstrings, and so that'll happen. But as soon as you start pandering, you know, or trying to make it one way or the other, that's I think when it turns into what you're talking about, like a TV movie or something.
What, Joe, did you learn about this gentleman, Seth Rogen, from the experience of making this movie that you wouldn't have expected when you did your first movie with him?
Yeah, you know, I think it's worth saying, he won't say it, but he gives a really good performance in this movie, other than how funny he is, obviously. It's a really heartfelt and nuanced acting job that he turned in, and like, I hadn't seen that before, and I'm a fan of his movies. So I wasn't exactly surprised, but I was pleased.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude.
So what did you learn about him?
What did I learn about Joe? I mean, honestly, like, I never know how, I mean, the word seriously isn't the right word, but it's the only word I could use right now. How protective people are, I should say, of what it is they're going to do versus how open they are to being fluid with it. And I wouldn't say I assumed Joe would be protective of it, but I assumed anyone who was making a movie about something like this would be very self-conscious and protective about how they were portraying this type of character. And I was so blown away and so happy with how open Joe was to everything and how it was like really fearless. I mean, that's the best way I can categorize it. It's like there was never a moment where it's like, oh, we shouldn't try that. It might be like this.
Really,
we
there
shouldn't
wasn't
try
a
that.
single moment during the making of this volatile movie about a relationship where you two looked at each other and didn't say, what the is he doing that for? You're the producer.
No.
Nothing. It was just all good?
Yeah, it
All right,
was.
this is done. Not really. You know, come on. How could that be?
This was one of the easiest movies I've ever made in my entire life. Like, it was a pleasure to shoot. It was deceivingly enjoyable to make the movie.
The Academy will not like to hear.
I know, they hate that stuff.
They want to know that there's torture and that you suffered for
They
your
love
art.
turmoil.
That's
Yeah,
just wrong.
exactly.